more for a freeway. Think about who? Think about what? Think about sluts. Do they know they're sluts? Let's find out. A disclaimer. You're a bitch. And you should feel like a bitch. Bake cookies and blank on them. Give the icing. So sticky. You should fuck. Men again and again. Even on a dick. Even on a bad day. I go bend them over, slap the ass. I go bend them over, slap the ass. I go bend them over, slap the Hi, welcome. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Yesterday, while I should have been sleeping, I discovered a game that I find quite intriguing. So we might play a little bit of that after I say a little hello to you. How are you? We can hear you. Very good, Sonny. I trust Sonny to actually not troll me, so I believe you. Oh my god, we got a pro start. Does it count as a pro start if I'm an hour and a half late? I am so grateful for you all because, like, I love that you're here when I first arrive and I don't have to go hello into an echoingly vast room with nobody in it. You will literally hang out and be here for me no matter when I show up. And that is a rare and beautiful quality. Not a lot of communities are like that, you know. And you guys are. And I deeply, deeply appreciate it. You have no idea how much it is linked to my mental well being that you are there for me, even when I'm late and undeserving. The makeup is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. So green is actually my favorite color and I really enjoy it. And I never really find the right way to convey my love of green. Because I love green in a kind of toxic, dark, you know, like a poison ghost Pokemon kind of green. Like a poison green ghosty kind of way. You know what I mean? And you love green in a stinky caustic way? No, I don't. Not in a stinky caustic way. Okay, let back up. No, I'm not actually. I have a very sensitive, delicate little nose. I can track people. I'm a fucking bloodhound. So we're not gonna go in the stinky direction here. No, thank you, please. Beloved Angel, thank you so much for the bits, sweetheart. How are you? Cody, thanks for the 5 gifties as well. And Ant-Man and Sonny, thank you for the bits. I love blue-green colors. That color is teal. And I do love teal. I used to collect sea glass for a living. That's hard, but I did it, right? And teal was a very sought after color. So whenever I saw that in amongst all the stones, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna eat good tonight. That's worth a few pennies." Rain, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The greenish eyeshadow is really sick looking. Oh, thank you. If you want a good look at it, there you go. I don't know if I got it even, but I definitely got the color in it that I like. Agreed, looks so good. Ah, it's kind of surprising that you guys even notice or care about makeup, but thank you. I want to invest in those mascaras that are colored. Colored mascara is like a weird thing that has come into fashion very recently. And you can get like burgundy or green or blue. And like the thinking behind the color shades that they choose is that it creates a little bit of subtle contrast between your eye color and the color of the eyelashes. So the eyelashes are so thin and small that you don't really notice it as like this massive pop of color from a distance. But like unconsciously, like it makes you like it will make your brown eyes look browner if you use the right color, for example. Your blue eyes look bluer. You just have to find the right contrast mascara. That's not how I want to use that. Fuck that. I don't want it to be subtle at all. I want people to be like, are your eyelashes green? I want it to be like, weird. Okay. And the thing is, like, I put colored eyeshadow underneath instead to join to my wing. I don't use black eyeshadow. I use the color that's on the top. But for some reason, because your brain expects this to be eyelash color, it makes it look dark. And I feel like if I got the mascara to put over my black eyelashes, it would make the undercolor pop and be like, I'm here, I'm green, I'm not normal, you know? And I kind of feel like that's how I want people to receive me. When they perceive me, I want them to be like, "Hello, I'm green. I'm not normal." You know? That's the general vibe I want to give. A warning sign? I mean, the thing with that is yes, being bright green might be a warning sign in some situations, but in others it's quite the green flag. Like in when you're in the right place, you blend in perfectly. Like a caterpillar, right? Caterpillar, bright green, looks kind of weird on a brick wall, but you put them where they're meant to be and they look perfectly in place. Okay? Just so happens that my perfect place is dark corners in the middle of the night staring at you while you sleep. You know, going, hello, I'm green, I'm not normal. Matt, thanks for the bits. Hey, that's a chunky load of bits as well. Thank you for being so generous today. It's easy being green, according to Kermit. Yeah! Oh, wait, it's not easy being green? That's fine. Sometimes I treat myself to a harder difficulty setting, you know? In a game, when I have the energy to be frustrated, it can be quite fun at times. Damn, why green? I just like green. You know, maybe it's the millennial in me. Maybe it's my basic trash side. You could go the other direction and go, maybe I like nature. Maybe I've just always liked nature. Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved green. Loved dark forest green. Loved it. Even though you'd think I'd fucking hate it. Because my mom, one of her fondest memories, literally, she was laughing about this on her deathbed. This is so mom. So she was like, remember when I took you out to the forest and you didn't want to get out of the car and we had to battle with you and bribe you, and even if we promised you sweets and things, you wouldn't get out of the car because last time we went to the forest we got lost there for like 6 hours or something and the sun rose and you were like really fed up and wanted to go home. So then when we drove to a new forest to walk around and you didn't want to get out of the car, but we made you get out of the car and we carried you around and then we got lost again and we got lost for even longer and you were so upset. And I was like, yes, yes, I do remember that. Thanks, Mom. And she was like, ah ha 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 ha. So yeah, with that said, you'd think I'd fucking hate forest green. Strangely my favorite color. Don't know how that happened. Shouldn't be the case, genuinely. Neon green is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty decent color. I approve, to be quite honest with you. Someone said that they don't like that everybody hates orange. Like nobody seems it's very rare for someone's favorite color to be orange, right? Piss off. And the thing with that is like it's generally accepted to not be into orange. And someone made this really awesome speech about why orange is awesome, but it kind of turned me a little. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I I have always been surrounded by Halloween tech because my mom used to go and get all of our interior decorations for that entire house at Halloween every single year. She'd be really excited about it, right? It's one of her favorite pastimes. Go somewhere like TK Maxx and just buy the shit out of all of the Halloween stuff. So there was a lot of orange around. There was a lot of pumpkins and things like this around the house, just generally. And you'd think I'd like it more, but nah, it just never really tickled me until someone explained the concept of orange. And conceptually, yeah, I think orange is pretty great. Still wouldn't wear it, personally, but I'm a little bit warmer to it now. What's the concept they mentioned? Oh, right, yeah, of course. So it's like, bitch, orange is a temporary moment. Very few things stay orange. If you see orange, it's usually in a very brief and beautiful window that is incredibly fleeting. So it doesn't just represent a color, it usually represents a time and a feeling and an atmosphere. So when do you typically see orange in nature? Sunrises, sunsets, golden hour. A lot of orange flowers are very fleeting in nature, only come in a certain season, and are usually a hugely contrasting bright pop. You know, something that doesn't quite sit with the rest in harmony, but really just shouts at you like this is the moment it has arrived, and just as quickly it disappears. Usually, if anybody has any orange flecks in their eye color, it's incredibly rare and beautiful. Some people have orange in their eyes, and it's incredibly rare. Most of the times that you will see orange is fleeting and beautiful and precisely in its time. And very few other colors can say the same. It's very, like most other colors are not like orange. They don't define a moment. And so orange moments are beautiful, and it's an undersung, underappreciated color for that precise reason. Never thought about it that way. Yeah, I like that perspective too. Exactly. I think it's pretty cool. Still not gonna wear it, but okay, you sold me. Oh, yeah, and one of the ways that she said that it usually represents a fleeting time of beauty that brings a whole atmosphere, autumn. Autumn is a time where everything turns golden. And you know that we've transitioned from summer to winter. It's like a time of transition, a fleeting time of transition, where everything turns orange and you truly feel this orange atmosphere. It represents something that you truly feel deeply, and few other colors bring that. Like forest green, you can find forest green somewhere in the world at any time. Permanently, it's not as fleeting or as seasonal as the rest, for example, nor with blue, nor with purple. These colors are a little bit more long-standing in their behavior and the times they turn up and what they do. So, like, yeah, orange isn't just a color, it's a moment. It's rare and it's a beautiful moment. That's so true. I love hearing this about one of my favorite colors. Good. I feel like orange suits you though. I feel like you're a very orange person, Juice. I have a bottomless amount of hatred for orange. Ah, take it up with Juice then. He is now the ambassador of orange. He's one of a few. Oscar is also an ambassador of orange, but I wouldn't bother asking him any questions. I think he's a bit too orange for that, honestly. What are your views on the shortage of goth baddies? I mean, I'm not suffering with such a shortage, if I'm quite honest with you. That seems like a skill issue. I know plenty. If anything, people are like, now that it's in, I don't like it anymore. Why are there so many goths all of a sudden? I feel like goth took a similar kind of popularity arc as nerdiness, and that's quite an adjustment for goths specifically. I think it's more agonizing for them than it was with the nerds, because the nerds are showing up like, wait, we're cool now? Okay. Like, nerds got suddenly very, very over pandered to in every single way. So they went from being the bully kid that nobody liked, it was an insult to be considered geeky or nerdy, but now nerds are in charge of the world. And all of their pursuits are mysteriously international sports with multi-million prize money. All of the games they played, like a lot of the things like painting figurines and stuff is no, everyone's going to Ren fairs and things like this. Nerdy hobbies are exploding. Autism is more understood and accepted. So a lot of like nerdy hobbies that are like associated with autism, like train spotting and things like that, are far more celebrated than ever. You could become a celebrity from train spotting these days. Like we've done a complete U-turn, and I feel like the nerds are all here for it. And lots of people are perfectly happy to wear glasses. Glasses have just gotten technology infused with them now, and people are less ashamed. I get asked, am I wearing my glasses performatively? Are those real glasses? I get asked that now. That wouldn't have been a question in the 90s. Nobody's intentionally wearing glasses in the 90s that they don't need, right? And the nerds have arrived like, woo! However, the goths, an aspect of becoming a goth, if you follow the traditional path, is to be rejected by everyone at school for being weird, and then to turn around and go, you rejecting me? No, I reject you. In fact, fuck all of society. Fuck fashion. Fuck you specifically. I'm going to sit in my corner and wear whatever I want and be weird on purpose. I don't think the problem is that I'm weird. It's just that you're too normal. Ha! And so when goth became very popular, they're like, fuck guys, what do we do? That was like our whole thing, not being popular. Like, they used to cringe at us and hate us, and that was where we wanted to be, and now we're liked? Ew. What do we do? Everyone's wanking about us. What do we do about this? I don't have enough scissors to deal with all this wanking, you know? And it was like, oh! And then the e-girls have hopped in and been like, I can wear goth lipstick. And they're like, no, you can't. That's not for you. Give it back. Back up. Don't, no, oh, fuck. And now all of the people, like, you know how, like, schoolgirl uniforms came in for a while, and, like, the kind of pedo, pigtails kind of, like, kawaii kind of, like, attitude, that flavor was, like, distracting all of the weird perverts of the internet. But now, they've got bored of that, and they're like, nah, I don't like these girls anymore. Give me something depressing. I want something depressing to wank at. And all the people who've been goths their entire lives are like, don't look at me! I don't want to deal with that. I'm not your goon nanny. Coming over and going, yes, dear, let's distract you a little bit. Oh, you had to deal with an uncomfortable feeling. Come on, let's sit down and have a wank about it. No, that's not why I'm wearing this. Go away. What the fuck? Most goths I know are chopped, so they're safe. I don't know how to feel about that statement. And you know what? There used to be things that women would specifically strategically do. You know, like when a caterpillar has bright colors to ward off birds and say, stay away, I'm poison, right? Well, women had those. Okay, there was a list. The nose ring, the shaved eyebrows or the bleached eyebrows, and the micro bangs that come down to about here. Like the fringe that is like blunt cut up here. These were the signals that go when a man approaches, they're like, go away. You know? Like that fucking what's it called? Like that My Little Ponies episode where the house turns on them. Yeah, those were like the signifiers saying, I'm not here for you to goon. Back the fuck up. This is not for you. Right? But now the gooners are getting so bored with their usual bullshit that they're like, I could still wank at some microbangs. And we're like, what? No! Fuck! What do we do now? And it's like, the thing that I've learnt from all of this is you can't play dodge goon. They're gonna goon either way. Self-indulge. Just do what you want to do and ignore them. You know? Life gets a lot easier when you just don't take them into consideration. You haven't seen my goths. You say that like it's a collection you keep in your basement. And some of them are into that, so I'm less worried. Like, if you'd have said any other demographic of people, you haven't seen my goths, you know? Like, any other group of people, I'd be worried. The goths, I'm not worried. They're right where they want to be. Party goth. There's beautiful people in every demographic, strangely. Even demographics you hate, and you're like, "Oh, you're not allowed to be hot. This is confusing. Oh, the best fact about goths and metalheads in society is that society thinks they're angry, scary, and antisocial, but they're actually the kindest and most social subcultures. Yeah, I think that's like one of the things that they look like a cactus. They look prickly and they look mean. But quite often people who have banded together because they were rejected by another group tend to be very nice. It reminds me of Punch. I think is his name. The monkey that got rejected by the group. And now he's taking care of all the new monkeys himself, so he's breaking the cycle. Yeah. Wait, you can't see my chat? How to fix? Oh, I think you're fine. You're okay. The caps was not gonna change much either way, to be honest with you. Why would you punch a monkey? I don't know, let's not let's not go down that route, okay? I think most of the people in my chat have at least spanked one, but we don't need to go any further at that line of discussion. Oh no. Uh, mods, are we able to like get a what's it called? There's something I'm forgetting here. I know it. There's like a list of words that people cannot say in chat, and the bot just doesn't let them post. We need to add that to YouTube, it seems. Lol, hold on. Yeah, the reason why we don't say that word is not because there's anything wrong with it, you know? I'm not, like, racist towards vegans or anything. In fact, I'm quite partial to them. But the thing is, it's the kind of conversation where the entire chat turns into one of those cartoon clouds with the words bang and smack and thwack and stuff. And it just becomes an endless blur of angry people being quite upset about who's eating vegetables and why. So, to avoid that lovely, rather repetitive scene, we just don't let people bring it up. Gay! Gay! Didn't you get that whistle from a bird you had? Well, technically, I didn't have the bird, but yes, I did get it from a bird. I got a few from a bird. Oh, Andy, thank you so much. I appreciate the gifty. What are we referring to? The V word about vegetables. Okay, but why is the music? Gaming shenanigans happening? Maybe. Maybe Nova. I don't think you'll be excited about this one though, unfortunately. I still haven't sampled the Civ 6 yet. It's just a peaceful little game. I'll still be able to engage directly with you, to be honest with you. This is not going to require much of my attention. But I do enjoy it. It's quite nice. It's quite peaceful. When I woke up this morning, I woke up. Any thoughts? Uh, yeah, were you expecting another outcome? Because you can always try going to bed again and see what happens. I expect you're just being doubly rested, so you can't really lose. Ah. Waking up is depressing. Skill issue. What are we doing to those cobblestones? You want to have a look? You want to have a look at my cheeky little cobblestones, eh? You want to have a gander at my well, actually, I was literally about to. You almost got me, but it's like 3 minutes from treats o'clock. So maybe we can dabble in a little paving and building after I've satisfied the rabbits. Hey, thanks for doing interview with people. They are so interesting. I have no idea what that's in reference to, but I'm glad you're satisfied. I'm getting 5-star reviews for shit I don't even know what I did. Love that for me. I'll spit on your dad's dick and slice it. I love you. Hey, thanks for giving Skinky Beleaguers a fucking gift sub. Well, I hope they resub, because then I get to read that name out again, because that is fucking outrageous. Bitch! I don't know what you're doing either. I feel like that's gonna get me banned again. Whatever. What? Not knowing what I'm up to? I mean, I'd be banned from everywhere if not knowing could get you there. I never know what I'm doing, and I'm still included in everything. You should see me in fucking gaming tournaments. I'm like, why am I here? Why do you want me here? What? What's going on? And I'm still invited. They're like, yay! So can confirm, not knowing what I'm doing specifically will not get you banned. It will get you some strangely good opportunities, in fact. Rogaine ad. Big tech is coming for my hairline. I I would say like the most effective, we have like real hair loss treatments now that actually work. And I'm gonna sing the praises. Finasteride, minoxidil, red light therapy, derma rolling. You got options now. Scientifically proven options. And a healthy diet. I mean, we're talking to mostly guys here. If you eat a healthy diet, you can still go bald as a man. Like, your hormones will still rob you regardless of what you put in your mouth, to be quite honest with you. There's some very unhealthy fuckers in chat right now, people whose diet is thoroughly ass, and they have a full head of hair. And there'll be some guy who's like doing juice cleanses and shit, who's like got 3 strands to his name, is full on Homer Simpson in through life, right? So I'm not gonna say diet is like the be all end all with hair loss in men specifically. Other situations, yeah, maybe. With male pattern hair loss, no. Finasteride and minoxidil will definitely do more for you than diet if you are just a dude who has the testosteronies going on. Baldness is also genetic. Yeah, I heard that you inherit the baldness gene from your mother's men. Like it's passed down on like your mother's side. So look at your mom's dad, look at your mom's brothers, look at your mom's male relatives, because that hairline is very likely to be your future. I saw someone's like, oh fuck. Yeah. Ask those ones. Ask the baldies in your mom's side of the family. Like, ask them to lift up this part of their hair and like, is it receding here? Or is it receding here? And ask them if they haven't got any hair anymore, just be like, where did it start pulling back first? And then take a selfie every week for a year. Or every month, whatever. And if you see the same areas start to like move away, you know, you got confirmation ahead of time. Ruh-roh. Well, it's reversible. What you can do, there are treatments that are like you don't need a prescription for now that genuinely do work. Just get them from like the right places, and you don't have to suffer the same fate. Lorenzo Bane, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Tornado Guy Gaming, I appreciate the sub. Thank you both so much, sweethearts. But yeah, everyone's bugging me to go and please my rabbits. So we're gonna go do that now. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on the screen and I'll get myself going. Because the camera is really trying right now. Come on, camera. You can do it. I don't know why I'm doing this as if it's gonna help. Yes, we're in the castle. We have castle cam. It has been achieved. So let's just do that. And I will give them their tasty. Okay, now that you've admired my fat, halva-shaped bunny, you can enjoy Pete. Yes, hello, my darling. Turn around, turn around. I love him so much. A little dance. He's so cute. Look at his little tiny double chin. Oh, he's so adorably fat. And his little stick hands. And his little bunny man boobies. He's just so cute. And his little big wings. Oh, you're just such a happy, satisfied kid. Oh, we're getting a rear view. You doing a full turn for us. Thank you. Absolute unit. Yes. Oh, I love you. He's like booping me out of the way. Yes, yes, I'm moving out of the way. Okay. Now that he's been loved. Ugh. And his little tail. He's got such an expressive little tail. And we're back to me. There we go. Right. That's the last of the bunnies you'll see today. I'm hanging up. And we're going to be playing my new little bitty hobby that I'm getting to grips with. Whips with. I love you. I do think that this has music, so I might have to turn the music down because I just feel like. Actually, no, I should probably stick. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I should probably stick with the sounds and the music. We'll see. So this is the game I've been trialing. And this is what I've built in it so far. Nothing much. I don't know why this has suddenly turned into like a little flag. Oh, you could change the flag? I didn't know this. Oh, you can have sheepies? Well, you could have birds? I didn't know. That's so cool. Okay, so we're gonna have the Beware of the Sheeps. The name of the game is Tiny Glade, Little Glade, something along these lines. It's just like a little cozy game. You can turn to night, I think, or is it locked? Yeah, so you can look at it at all hours of the day. So this is what it looks like at night with the cozy little lights and things. And I've got some room. I built like a little pokey mini little church, nothing grandiose, because I only just started. So I made this cute little, but the problem is I gave it a proper door and this, oh, now it's going to let me adjust the door now that I've complained a little. But it's still not the right door. I'll be honest with you, because I had a cooler door and now I don't know how to delete this door. Maybe with this? No, it's not really giving me the option. Come on. Does anyone know how? No, I don't want to get rid of that. Please. The road? Oh, you're right. Have you played this game before? Maybe it is the road that I have to delete to make that disappear. And then... No. Even with the road gone, it's still there. It doesn't seem to want to give me the option to take it away. How do I get rid of this stupid door? It's such a bad door. I want it gone. Like, a lot of this is very intuitive, but some of it just really isn't. I know it's meant to be a peaceful game, and I've immediately just conveyed my frustration with it, but it's generally not a frustrating game. Generally. So you can do a lot of things. If I were to build a cute little house somewhere, let's start over here. I want something. Do I want it lower or higher? Do I want a small house or a big house? I think I'll go with something along the lines of this. And then, angle do I want it to be? I think this. Let's put that here. And then I want it to be wider, like that. Beautiful. And I kind of want it to be, oh, Pete is really nudging me for love, shorter. And Fuck these trees, honestly. Yeah, bugger off. Bit too bushy around here. And there are sheep, but you can't do anything to them. Like, they're just sheeping around. Oh, I just discovered you can love them a little bit. They seem to be into it. You can't do anything bad to them. So if I were to, say, create a pond, just remember how to do that. If I were to put some water under them, they get like a little ring around them. So they just gently float away. You can't fuck them up. And if you put loads of land underneath them, oh, that is still water. All right. Let's just undo that a little bit. That's a bit too messy for me. Let's see. If we put some land under them. Some land under them. Yeah. They just gently float to safety. No matter how much land you put under them. So you cannot hurt the sheepies. The sheepies are impervious to your adjustments. Which I find quite cute. They're quite equipped for whatever human interference occurs. And the ducks are a new addition, apparently. Apparently they didn't originally have ducks. The ducks will just be like, oh, hey, some water, thank you. And they will just be like, this is ours. Very nice. And it's just like this chill game where you just tinker with stuff, build stuff. There's like lots of options, but as you go along, you discover that there's like other little options that make it even nicer than before. I do like these windows, but it's a bit fancy for this pokey little hovel that I want to create. So like, how do we make it? Oh, I didn't see. I'm always discovering new shit you can do. That makes it look really adorably pokey. What about over here? What other kind of? Oh, even pokier. I love it. There's also this kind. Doesn't have a rooftop one, I don't think. No. But yeah, what do we think? This kind or this kind? I kind of... both are really cute. Square ones or like arched ones? While you decide, I'm going to put in a little arched door. Do I want an arched door or do I want a pokey little... this kind of door? Something a little bit more common. Cobblestone. Let's put... wait, do different kinds of cobblestone lead to different kinds of doors? I don't know, I can't tell. I think I just did the same kind of cobblestone. Oh well. We'll discover it next time. And then from here, I want a chimney. Where are the chimneys? Oh. Where would we put a chimney? Usually in British houses, and ours are quite old. Oh! I was about to say, usually they're on the back wall. That's where the chimney normally goes. Oh, look! Ah! Everything I'm discovering, because there's no real tutorial for this, I mean, there is a little bit of one, but everything is really discover as you go. Perfect. That's very homely and traditional, that is. That's very British. And then, I want it to give that, like, medieval feel and medieval houses kind of had very... a dinginess about them. So let's make it a little bit pokey and dingy, and then we'll have like one side window. And we're not going to make it a bay window because that's too fancy for this, but I think we should have shutters. So I'll make it a double window with shutters like that. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, yes. The pumpkins make it extra, like the pumpkins just come on their own. They just materialize by themselves. If you create something house-like, it just automatically places this stuff. It just pops out of nowhere. Quite cute, really. And then, on this side... ooh, that's a cute door. I like that door more. Fuck. I really do need to figure out how to get rid of the doors! What's that supposed to be? Is that meant to be a door? Can it go away? I mean, we tried this last time. I tried to remove the path. Ah! No, that actually works this time. Beautiful. Now we can go back to giving it a rudimentary, lower class square door. Nice little square door. Wait, no, it's still there. It's just small. Wait, no, it isn't. Wait, you can put it on stilts? I love it. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, there's got to be a way to make this work for me somehow. In case the pond floods. Yes, but also in case you just want to move house. You just be like, come on, old boy, old chap. Come on, housey. We're going to go move somewhere nicer. Somewhere with less country bumpkins. Because, like, you can build stairs. I haven't quite got the hang of it, but it's possible. It's weirdly confusing for me. This game is simple as fuck, and it's very... I'm quite embarrassed to tell you. I haven't quite mastered the stairs. Ah, what are you doing? Stop it! No. I mean, that's beautiful, but no. Stop it. Stop. There we go. Ah! What the fuck are you doing? I'm so confused. Wait, where did it go? I like that. Do it again. Yes. Wait, how did I manifest that? Oh! Oh, that's so fucking... Oh. Okay, I'm never going to be able to do that again because I don't know how I got that started, but good to know. And then I want you to be slightly girthier. Can we girth you? How do we get girthy stairs? I want to go wider. No, no, no. Stop it. Now you're making it weird. Stop it. I'm going to tell you now, this game has a remarkably simple interface. And I'm sure if the devs ever saw me doing this, they would laugh their asses off because there is no way it's this hard. I'm just making it look hard. Okay. It's kind of weird that this... Is that a child gate? Not keen on the child gate. On the door to nowhere. Because, like, that's for a door to nowhere, right? That's for, like, a cute little balcony. This is not a balcony. This is the entrance. Can we... Oh, now we have a bell to our balcony. Can we... Ah, yes. Beautiful. Nice. And now, can I double this up? Can I make you a little girthier? The bell is a nice touch. Yes. 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 Lovely. The stilts are so fucking freaky. I love it. Why do we have stilts? I don't know. Can we give it feet? I wish I could put boots on the bottom of these stilts. If I had a house shaped like this, I would put boots on it. Can it walk? I don't know. Maybe if we scare it a little. What kind of windows should we give it? Should we make it 2-story? Should we... Yeah, it has 2 stories. I mean, it's got windows at the top, so... Like... Does that fit? Is that nice? Oh, that's cute! I like it! I like it. I don't know why I like it. It's weird. I do. I really like it. It could be like a little toll house. A little toll house on stilts. Oh, look, there's fireflies. Okay, so I came across this game and I was like a little bit unsettled. I had a weird feeling this morning and I couldn't sleep. So I started doing this. It's very soothing, isn't it? I mean, it's probably not soothing listening to me talk about it. We could try to be soothing. We could try to have a nice little soothing stream. We just poke around a bit in this cute little medieval village, shouldn't we? And that'll be absolutely fine. I could lull you all into sleep. It could be like one of those weird YouTube videos you wake up to when you leave your YouTube on autoplay. Where are the people? There are no people. I can't explain the lights, but there are no people. There's no aim to this game whatsoever. It's just completely aim-free. You just potter about and build shit. I built this, I don't know what I was doing. It kind of looks like one of those weird American houses where they can't quite decide on all the details they're putting in. So it just has a little bit of everything. And it looks a bit mishmashed and weird. Like if houses could have cousins and the cousins fucked, this would be like their child. You know what I mean? It's got a few too many windows. It's a bit unnatural. It's got details in places that houses don't usually have details. Wow, what a description. I look at some American houses and they've got like differently shaped windows and they're not evenly displaced. Like some are like this level and some are this level, and like it's got like different types of tiling everywhere and everything. And it's like it wanted to come across as a posh mansion, but it kind of looks higgledy-piggledy, like a product of house incest. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know the kind of houses I'm talking about. It's a feature, not a bug. It looks like the back rooms try to imagine a fancy house. That's how some houses look in America. I'm not sorry. I'm just telling it like it is. But yeah, I do like the windows. I do feel like I like the fact that it's just spotted around in a cute little like forested area. I do feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of a vision with this. I feel like maybe we should create some more water. Like lots of water for the houses on stilts, like this. And then there's trees in the water and they can bugger off. Oh, no, I'm adding more. That's the opposite of buggering off. Let's do some big removals here. I'm sure those birds didn't need houses anyway. You just live on the wing like a swallow. How big is the world? I mean, let me have a look. I didn't check. I can see some dottedness here to here. So if I clear this area, this is one corner of this. I don't know if you get multiple saves. I don't know. I didn't really explain that part. So, like, you can see from here to here. And then I can't move my camera any further down than this. I feel like there's a less suggestive way to demonstrate this, but we're going with this. This is as far back as I can pull. So how did I make that beautiful little platform? I think it was stairs, right? Stairs are secretly a beautiful bridge. So, let's see if we can make more beautiful bridge. We can make a little tall bridge out of this situation. So, we go here. And then here. And then here. Yes. Yes, now we're talking. Ah, no, I don't want it bendy. Keep it straight. And then, how do we do the girth again? That part always trips me up. No, stop wiggling. I mean, look at that. Oh, yeah, look at those arches. Big fan of arches. Ooh. We're a bit lopsided, but I can fix that. It looks nice. It will. I'll agree with you at some point, I'm sure. Bitch! It has tits. It doesn't have tits. Yet. You never know. I haven't discovered all of the features. Ah. Oh, please. I just want to elevate. I just want to change the level of my stairs. Come on. No! Ah! Okay, this might... I didn't expect this game to be a little bit rage bait. Oh. 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 No. Ah! I knew we'd get there eventually. Right. Ah, I'm widening. I don't want any girth to the stilty house, thank you. Now, this is the tricky part. Adding width. See, it's very bendy, but it's not... Oh, I like the little extra lower arch it gave me there. But come on, widen. We can do this. We can do this. I don't think we can do this. I swear there has to be a way. Has to be a way. I just know it. I just haven't found it yet. It feels so natural. I mean, it looks kind of... I semi-agree with you. But we have a partial agreement there. Oh, widen, you dirty bitch. Come on. Ah! Okay, I don't know what's happening. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, God. Oh, why is this so hard? Stop it! Oh, what even is that? Okay, me and the dev are gonna have to have words. Yeah. Oh, it's still bendy. No. 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 No! Okay. I'm not very... usually, I don't exactly pride myself on straightening things. I don't usually make things more straight. I guess that's how I should put it. But we can give it our best shot. So I just know there's got to be a widening way to do this. Oh, come on. So... can I just... maybe... I feel like the game is telling me that whatever's happening, it doesn't like it. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Okay, so how do I... oh, nope, nope. That leaves some stair down there. I think there is some stair, but it just looks like some stone. So I'm just going to leave it there. And we're not going to fuck with it. But we'd like some arch from this direction. I have no idea how. The only way to widen it is to look for the areas that point laterally. Okay, so do you see some lateral... I'm just gonna throw it out there. I see absolutely no lateral indication of anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, I see up and only up. For some reason... what do these do? Oh, it's a back button. Oh, I could do with one of those in life. Every time I spend money. I wish there was a widening button, but there just isn't one. Maybe you can't widen it. Oh, I'm so sure you can, because I have widened some stairs before. There was these stairs. I widened the fuck out of those. And now the ability is gone. That's so weird. Well, I'm not going to fuck with it, seeing as there's no undo. There's no way to do it properly now. Well, for now, we will just say, fuck the bridge, fuck the stairs, until they give me back my button. We can just have this random stilty house for no reason, and we can come back to that when it's possible. What happens if you try to draw a fence in the pond? Oh, you just get a fence in the pond, of course. That's understandable. Let's see. What else shall we build? I know that there are... So if I just make some experimental houses just to see what's possible. So let's make a big one. So what can we do to the roof? What kind of roofs? We got different color roofs? Do we have different types of roof though? Let's see what else we can do. Oh, that's kind of costly, don't you think? Oh. I love you. Bitch. Uppies. How high can we go? Oh, quite high. I think that's the highest it's going to let me, though. Yeah. This is as uppy as we're going to get. Nice. Okay. And then, so... If I were to imagine a castle, I'd say I'd imagine one that's a little bit wider than this. What is it with this game and adding girth? Like, you can customize everything, but that you just have to accept what you're given. What's this suggest? Okay. Okay, so we'll put a nice little castle here, and we're gonna... Oh, it just knows. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, let me raise you up and lower you down. Yes, I think that's appropriate. And then, oh, a little smaller, little smaller. Beautiful. So, up we go. Oh, how do I get these? I wish there was a duplicate button, because these are going to be uneven and it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, we got stilts again. How interesting. That is a cute little detail, but it does seem a bit out of place. So let's not go too crazy for now. See, I'm going to have a lopsided castle, I've decided. It's because this wing of the castle was built in honour and out of love for the widowed heiress to the throne. Like, the king's first choice died a long time ago. And so he built this out of love. This one. We'll call it the... The Lady Dumbledick. Yeah, Dumbledick. Lady Dumbledick Tower. And then this one will be taller. Because one of his great-great-grandsons fell in love and wanted to show that he loved his wife more. Because he didn't behead her during the divorce. Let's go with that. That's beautiful. What a love story. And then we can have a rear chapel. Cute little rear chapel. Let's move a wider chapel. And then over here, we'll have a hanging tower / oubliette for balance. Oh, actually, I might have to swap the towers. Same story. Hey, Harry, thank you so much. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Same story. Slightly different positioning. Beautiful. And then... What if I do that? Ah, that's cool. Mm. 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 Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. The possibilities are endless. Balcony. Boom. Hey, Dean, I am okay. Thanks for hopping in. I'm just discovering my new happy place. It's quite beautiful, don't you think? I'm trying to make a cute little castle because I need to make up for this monstrosity. We decided that this is like if houses could have cousins and those cousins fucked, they would produce a child like this. It just has extra bits that make no sense and are not entirely even. Where those extra bits shouldn't be. But it's still cute. I like it. It's not terrible. You know? It's got a face only an architect could love. And that's okay. How are you? Where are we putting the entrance? We're putting it under the pretty little balcony. No, that's too dark and overshadowed. Okay, so let's put it here for now. Make it a double house. A double door, a triple door. Oh, nice. I'm scared to give it a road now because I'm scared it will turn it purple. Don't turn purple. What did I just say? Fine. We got a purple house for no good reason. And some floor. There we go. Please let me adjust you. Ah! That is not... Okay. Ah! This game is getting less and less relaxing. I mean, it does have an air of ruin about it now, and I could contribute to that. Undo, undo, undo. Wait, there's a redo button. And it hates me. Wait, undo? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. You didn't see that. Let's see. Oh, we can repaint the door. But why can't we resize it? I want the cute little... What? Wait. Am I doing that? No. No, I'm not. Don't think. Okay, I will get this. Bear with me. I'm just desperate. Why did you give me the dotties? That was trolling, that was, because it insinuated I was going to be able to change this. Look at that dotted line. Okay. Taking a picture of it doesn't... Oh, that's so cute. It feels so miniature. Oh, the perspective on this is cute. I like... Oh, with the... Oh. Oh, that's so cute. I like it. Even the photo mode is nice. This is so relaxing. It's so cute and pokey. What does this mean? Oh, lots of options. I like this one. This is so cute. Anyway, door. This is such a weird door that I would love to remove. I do wonder, if I change the cobblestone leading up to it, it does nothing. So, there we go. No more door. More door. So, how can I have a path leading up to it and a nice door? There we go. Nice big regal door. Just wish I could do a path up to it. Maybe if I just do the path just a little bit, like a few inches up to it, but not entirely. I have to leave a tiny bit of grass. There we go. The plants are going to annoy me. I'll go on. There we go. Yes! Oh, I found the solution. It's a little bit tentative, but we got there. Beautiful. Except that it's not centered, so I can go mad for a different reason now. Oh, what's that little stick? That's a cute little detail it added. Oh, it's a rake or a hoe. Either way, I don't think it's very castle-y. Never mind. Can't just put your hose outside the castle door. Unbecoming. So the wealthy in medieval times were very windowy. So we're going to do a lot of that. We're going to do a bit of windowing. What do you reckon? Apparently the left click on the door cycles through door tapes. Oh, I love that you're looking into this for me. You're so fucking sweet. Let's see if you're right. Left control. It's not cycling. Left click. Oh, I see what you mean now. Anvil! That's cute. I like it. Let's go with these little boxes. The evil death tower will have to have little windows because it is dingy and sad. That is my death tower for killing. And this is my right and left tower are for loving. And this one is for praying and also sometimes killing. I like that it interrupts this little barrier. I like that. I wish you could have like an even bigger one with like fancy murals in it, you know? Little bit of Gothic architecture. Nice. I'll put one here too. Beautiful. Very viney. Loving the vines. Down at the bottom though, do we add any windowiness? I feel like this needs some oomph, but I don't know how to oomphy it. Make it oomfier. It needs something that makes it feel, I don't know. Oh! Ah. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Yes. Bitch! Hmm. I could swear there was a rabbit option. Bunny? No, there's a sheep. We shall be the Church of the Crimson Sheep. Oh, you can make them shorter. That's cute. Is it just building? Yeah, you could just... It's just a peaceful little chill-out building game where you just... Hey. There's no pressure. There's nothing to manage. There's no enemies. Oh, that feels positively medieval. And a little bit regal too. I want this to be like small town king with big dreams. Hey, you're not the right color. What do we do about that? How do I? There we go. There we go. Small town king. Okay, so maybe the term I'm looking for is small town lord. You know, the kind of man who presents himself as, you know, religious, a humble religious man, kind and loving of his people, but actually he's utterly savage. You know? Everyone stays away from him. He'll toast your intestines on a whim. He doesn't know the price of bread. We're getting castly. Do you think that's a bit castly? Maybe I should lengthen his balcony. He might be a bit insecure about that. Oh shit, I can't. I guess we just have to work with what we're given here. It's not letting me lengthen it at all. So I want some posher windows. Hey, Drizna, thank you so much. This is so relaxing now that I'm getting the hang of it. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll leave it for now. I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy and even. So we want some nice windows here. And we want some normal windows down here. Should add some light in there. It might be a bit too windowy. I might be going a bit overzealous, but we can take the windows away. We can step back, take a look, and be like, nah. Later. Beautiful. We're starting to have a castle. Now, I love you. I haven't quite got the hang of the plants. Oh. Oh, so the more you press, the bushier it gets. Am I able to move this? Oh. It's good to know. So what happens if I do this? Am I just still making it bushy? How bushy can we go? Oh, it's getting quite bushy. Hmm. So is that the only flavor of plant you can have? Can you change the color? Hmm. Maybe you can cycle through it like the other options? It doesn't seem to let you. It's dependent on the building type and your biome. You can adjust the biome? How do you do that? Oh, thanks, Blitz. You can't. You can just choose which biome to build. It didn't give me that option. Maybe this is just the tutorial level or something. I wonder. Now I have an idea. Bollocks. Well, scrap that. Well, that's just weird. I had hopes that I could make a small entry. What? Well, now I have a ruin. I mean, why not ruin it? Never mind. I enjoyed it when it wasn't a ruin. Very nice. I love that it's just so no pressure. You can do anything you like. I was moving back there so tentatively. Ah! Oops. Kind of cute. I kind of like that it's cracked. I'm cracking castles now. Not a very intimate tower. No, you're right. It is a tower of love. I suppose it should remain whole and private. What do you think? Oh, you got a little birdie on your head. That's cute. You got a friend? Oh, wait. Fuck you then. Guess that Robin isn't a fan. Robin unsubscribed. Castles have flags. Wait, let me have a tower. There we go. Yay! Coat of arms. It joins. Everything about this is adorable. I like how every move is a little discovery. Castle. Yay. What do we do next? Moat? I started a wall and forgot about it. That sounds very me. Courtyard? Cute little courtyard with door. Internal door. Adorable. Yes. I want more of those little items. I wonder if you can place something like that. A little back door. Maybe make it bigger. Let's make the back door bigger. Ah, nice. There's a doorbell for no reason. I doubt anyone's going to answer. I love you. You can put windows in the courtyard. Alright, I like it. Let's do it. Adorable. Oh, and they're not proper windows because it knows it's in a wall. So they've just got like a cute little broken screen. I like that. Tiny little courtyard in the back. More moat. Add some water here. Smaller water, please. Yes. It's kind of not a very repellent moat though, because it's just like a tiny, eeny miny miny amount of water, like a brief paddle. It's not really much of a deterrent if you ask me. But we can add some stuff. Oh, it adds little rocks to get over. That's cute. I like it. And then I think this could be enhanced with a little tree. And one in the courtyard too. And maybe one here. I don't know how I feel about that yet. No, that one was a mistake. Ugh! Mistake, go away. Mistaken tree. There we go. That's nice. And then we can put this here. Make a nice little wooded area to blend with the scenery in the back. And we have a little castle. Do you think it's cute? At least somewhat of a protective moat. Yeah, I think so. I think it's beautiful. Look at all the lotuses growing. You know, people get lotus tattoos to represent having gone through utter bullshit for most of their life and crawling through the dirt and the mud to surface from all of that darkness as something beautiful and complete and vibrant in the sun. So people, yeah, use it as a symbol of having gone through trials and tribulations as a tattoo. It's good symbolism. Yeah, because that's what they do. They push through the mud and the dirt at the bottom of the pond and all the silt and the yuck to become a delicate little flower in the sun on the top. Eventually, they all come out on top. I learned about lotus flowers from that Radiohead song. I don't know the Radiohead song. Maybe I'll give it a listen later if I figure out which one. do you have a lotus tattoo? Do you like tattoos? So I was interested in getting one for a really complicated reason, but I had one and I knew all the symbolism behind it and everything. However, I then learned that it does this rather mysterious thing to your glands. I've forgotten the name of the gland, but it turns them black. And I don't know the health implications, and I think, like, we as humans just generally don't know the health implications of such things. So it's like, I already have a pretty borked body. I am very cautious to do more damage when I already feel like I'm struggling as it is. I don't want to do, like, mystery damage that I don't know what I'm doing to myself. Yeah, apparently the tattoo ink collects in the lymph nodes. That's the one. The lymph nodes and the immune system can try to attack the ink. There we go. And I have an overactive immune system, so now that you've reminded me of all of those details, I'm like, yeah, I can see why there was some hesitation. That might be a slightly concerning thing to do. Do we like the castle? I think it's not bad for a first castle. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. I wish there was more items I could put up here. I don't really know how to materialize items, though. I'm very cautious to get a tattoo just because it seems like such a big change due to your body. I mean, I always thought I wanted to always leave leeway for change. When I was younger, people were like, are you ever going to get tattoos? And I'm like, I like to leave leeway for change. And like, that was one of my concerns. I was like, what if I have a design that I hate? I recently spoke to someone who was in that position. I asked them about their tattoo, and it was a very peace and love-esque tattoo, you know? It had some words on it, and they were embarrassed when I asked about it. I was like, oh, nice tattoo. What does it say? I didn't quite catch that. And they're like, oh, this tattoo I got in my hippie phase. And I was like, yeah, I guess that can happen to anyone, can't it? Where, like, you get a tattoo and people are curious about it. People always expect a story with a tattoo. So obviously they ask. And you have to always answer about something that you don't that you regret or find cringe or embarrassed about now. You're playing Tiny Glade. I've spent hours in this game, very cozy. Do you think I should be bringing some cozy vibes? Do you think I should stop calling the houses cousin fuckers? Maybe? Let's try and go about it in a more, gentle, ASMR. Let's have a gentle stream. Let's be a little bit more cozy about this, shall we? Let's match the vibe. So what should I build next, I think? I don't know what else I want here. It's really cute, though. It's really, really cute. I feel like this is the village, and this is the castle. So what do we put here? Because we got all this space. I love you. The more cousin, the more medieval it looks. I like you. You're very supportive. Oh, you can make it more hilly. It's nice. I'm gonna need light for this. As much as I enjoy the nighttime... No, not highlight. Let's go with something sunny so I can actually see. Yeah. Let's lock you here. Beautiful. So, more village, I think, is the next step. More village. Wait. I mean, let's put on a little bit more village, shall we? There we go. That's the kind of voice we should be doing, right? We should be gentling people into the stream. Cozy. I'll work on it. We'll get there eventually. Ooh. I like that. Oh, can I yoink that basket? No, I want it. Give it. Okay, we need to get out of this mode, I think. Can I have that? Yeah, yoink. Let's put you here for the minute. Yes, very cozy. And then I wish I loved you, but you're a simp, but you're a simp, but you're a simp, but bitch. Can you put small ponds and lakes? Yeah, you can. Where do you reckon I should put it? Ass. I don't think there is an ass in this game. But if there was, I'll end that sentence there. I think. If anyone can teach me how to make my windows, my stairs more girthy, I will be forever grateful. Also, I did figure out how to get rid of the door, and then I forgot. There we go. And then we can add a proper door. Let's put on a tiny little cutesy wootsy church door. Add some non-dramatic advice. I need some non-dramatic advice, but I don't want to break the cozy vibe. Just deciding it's worth going to TwitchCon for my first time. I'll ask again next stream. No! Ask now! You have my full attention. Go ahead and why would this be such an in-depth consideration that you wouldn't just go, yeah, let's go? I mean, the desire's there. Why not? What's dramatic about going to TwitchCon? TwitchCon's really fun, and it's like a really beautiful place to make friends, meet people who have similar hobbies, meet people in Discord communities. It's a really great place to develop like a little bit of courage, because you might want to work up to saying hello to some people that you'd be too scared usually to say hello to in person. But like a lot of like streamers and stuff that you notice, they'll love it if you come over and say hello to them. They'll absolutely love that you wanted to say hello. So like if you're not used to and you wish you could speak to more strangers and just introduce yourself randomly to people, this is such a fantastic way to go about it. Maybe they have like 15 X's going. Then I don't think the consideration is whether or not you should go places. I think it's like how many lovers to enemies you wish to generate this year, you know? I think that's just like a... Yeah. Maybe in that instance it's not really about the convention and more about your habits. I wish I could flatten this, but still lengthen this. I liked the height we had here. But when I do that, this gets all wibbly wobbly. There we go. Ish. That'll do. Cute. I like it. I feel like this house really isn't poking out at me as much as it should. Maybe I should give it a chance to shine. Building simulator? I guess to an extent. Making a cute, cozy, medieval village. And it's looking lovely. Look at that. Wouldn't you love to live here? Enjoy a little bit of duck. And flour. And balls. And robin ass. can make the windows bigger by adding a type that you've added already. Yeah, I think I've mastered the triple window technique. It's cute. I do like it. I'm finding that each button has like a few mystery applications that aren't immediately obvious. I've just realized I haven't put any central heating. In my castle. And castles are cold as fuck. It's one of the reasons they get abandoned. Is because it's like living in a giant stone refrigerator. I'll just do that. The smoke is scenic. It makes it feel lived in. I might change my mind later. I would love to create a little walkway over to the castle. However, my main obstacle is that I don't know how to widen any of this shit, and it's really annoying me. So it just stays really thin and pokey and weird looking. If I do figure out how to widen stairs, I will definitely make a walkway. I'm on the fence because I've heard mixed things, and it's not cheap. But I figure if it sucks, I can just explore San Diego. Yeah, so when I went to the TwitchCons in San Diego, there was so much to see outside of the convention itself too. So like you go in, you meet a bunch of people, you do a bunch of cool things. They usually collaborate with a bunch of gaming companies, so you get to do a lot of gaming oriented things. There's usually an arcade in there of some sort with loads of like physical games to play, but there is also Artist Alley, where you're definitely going to find things that are key to your interests that are very unique and difficult to find anywhere else. I was kicking myself because one time I went and I saw all of these illuminated pictures. They were backlit, but they were backlit with different coloured lights that fit with the actual image itself, and they were absolutely gorgeous. They were a combination between like a beautiful wall hanging and a light. And I loved them, but I was like, there's no room in my suitcase. I should have just bought a second fucking suitcase because I've never been able to find them again anywhere, right? There's always going to be some weird, unique thing you won't find anywhere else. There was these really beautifully made terrariums that were Pokemon oriented with little Pokemons inside them that were gorgeous that I saw one year. Loved them. Absolutely loved them. So there's usually something unique and cute, but to buy, so there's shopping opportunities, posters, art made by, like, handcrafted by people, really beautiful things. And then on top of that, there is like places to eat in there. There's like unique, like one time there was a monster hunt, a bird, and I got to jump on it and like take photos on it. It was really cool. There's just loads of cool things like that that are very unexpected. There's a theatre with a stage with loads of things that happen on it. Loads of really weird and wonderful things, game shows and all sorts. And then there's meet and greets. There's just lots of stuff to explore and do. But yeah, I also saw little rays swimming around in the shallows underneath a restaurant in the like beachy area of San Diego. There's a lamp district that is absolutely gorgeous and full of pubs. So you can get it's beautiful the first time you see it at night, and then it's even more beautiful when you're drunk. And then on top of that, they had lots of things to explore, lots of cool things to see, really amazing restaurants. And then Twitch actually expanded over into the street, and there was a whole segment of the streets that was made into one giant party for everyone to enjoy, which was really, really cool. So they sometimes spill over and collaborate with other parts of the tourist industry, which is also an amazing aspect of it. Yeah, they had the block party, which was literally the entire block. So you do get a bit of that. Every time I've gone to TwitchCon, I've gone and seen something cool. In Berlin, there was like this giant cathedral-y thing, really world famous giant, really spooky as fuck cathedral, really unique looking. I've been traveling to every single one, and every single time I've seen something and experienced a part of the world that I would have never found an excuse to enjoy before. So I still think it's worth going, even if you thought Twitch the TwitchCon itself was ass, but usually the TwitchCon itself isn't ass. And there's a way to make friends, there's a way to meet with people and have fun with them and do cool things with them. So you're likely to make a few friends. You're likely to do a few things you didn't expect to do. I don't think you can really lose out. I think it's worth going. I've loved every single TwitchCon I've gone to and never found enough time to do every single thing on the list. Also, they did a collaboration with Minecraft, and if you did loads of tasks in this really cool interactive room, you would get these stamps which you could trade for an in-game Minecraft cape that you could only get through being in person in Minecraft, and people were getting it and then selling them because they were selling for like 400 to 900 quid online because there are people who aren't going to TwitchCon who really wanted the unique item, for example. So there are like weird, unexpected perks you would have never thought about at all that just happened because you went. There we go. I paid for my tickets with the cape. That is fucking awesome, Jacinta. I got all of the stamps and just never cashed it in. I was like, I don't really play Minecraft. I have regrets. I could cry. I've been to a lot of fantasy medieval festivals, working mostly selling mead, nowadays as a visitor. Yeah, I still haven't been to a Ren fair. I really should go. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, you slut. I was wondering how you could minus that. I do like these flowers, but I feel like it was a little bit too flowery. Oh, now it's not flowery enough. Fuck, how do I add more? Too flowery. Fuck. The medium is really hard to achieve. There we go. Beautiful. That's really cute. I love it. I love run fairs. I still haven't gone. Here in the Netherlands, we have a festival called Castlefest. It's earlier this month. You should look at that up. I think a lot of your folks would love that. Maybe I should. Castlefest stands right up my fucking street, to be honest with you. I've just noticed that I need a house here. I'm gonna make a little back alley for crime. Yes, this is where we can do all the drug deals. Cute little drug deal area. Be the poor quarter, where people go for drugs and to get racially profiled by the police. The Chav corner? I guess. I mean, yes. So I'm gonna get spooky with the vibe here. I'm gonna make it look a little bit gothic. I think one of the ways that I can do that is I can start editing the roof. Oh. Okay, didn't know I could do that. That's very cute. How do I make the roof, like, more swoopy? I want to make it more swoopy. I did it once and I was like, oh! Ah, swoopy! There we go, swoopy roof. That's cute. I like it. Picasso. Yeah. Dumpy vibe. Yeah, now they're all warped and mismatched. I like it. And then we give them doors and windows. Give them this kind of door. And then we have to give them some of this to get quick. Oh, man. Maybe I should do the doors after. Oh. Oh. We could just do that. And as for you, we rub this out. So. We rub it out. Go away. Let me try again. No! It's kind of weird. I like it. You know, I was upset at first, but no. No, I like that now. That can stay. And we do a tree. Tree. There we go. Beautiful. Weird angles to put the pathway through. We like weird angles. We want it to feel weird. We want it to feel higgledy-piggledy and Tim Burton-esque. The best kind of Burton-esque. Bushy. Ooh, I like you. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll put that there. We have no windows? Ah, nicely spotted. But yeah, I don't see why. I know it's a big investment, but I feel like you kind of have to take a leap of faith no matter what you invest the money in. If you're going to invest it in experience, there's always a chance that it could end up being a rather shitty experience. And that's just the nature of the beast. And to be honest with you, I've had quite a few shit experiences. Not with Twitch specifically. But, like, I volunteered for an animal charity and fell in a giant pit of shit called a cesspit. And I laugh about it to this day, and I love telling the story. I genuinely do. And I'm glad that it happened, because whenever it gets quiet in a conversation, I've got a fallback story to keep the conversation flowing. And I learned a lot from being dunked in shit, believe it or not. Taught me quite a few important things. I have no idea. Is this meant to be a door? I feel like it's meant to be a door. And I'm quite unhappy with it. Yes, it is meant to be a door. Fuck that. Oh, that story. Yes, that story. So I'm just going to lay it out there. Even if things go badly, that's just part of life. And it's worth experiencing a few negative things here and there. Sometimes the negative things will be the most important thing that ever happened to you. This house is very weird. Is this me discovering that I should not be an architect? The window angles are a bit unusual. I kind of like it though. I like the window where you can see what's coming down the street. Like, I would want to have a window here if this was my house. I'll be honest with you. Maybe we just have different flavors, different strokes. We should have different colour roofs for them. I feel like this one should be blue. What do you reckon? Like that. Gorgeous. Purple. Red. Yeah! And then do we make it a street with other houses? Or do we put trees there? Do we have houses facing it? Why don't we make a little bakery? So you have to go to the druggy quarter to get your bread. Very annoying. Terrible design. Or maybe this could be like the prison. The law enforcement area. What is some strange area that's inexplicably nice? Like maybe just some stairs and some flowers, and we can make this into just a viewpoint. Because why not? Well, that blends nicely. Ah, what I'd give to know how to widen it. Oh, come on. Just a little bit thicker. Right click on the stairs, Nia. How did that not work before? I'm so happy and frustrated at the same time. That's so cute. Where am I? I'm in the pond. Don't know how I did that. Mildly embarrassing. So wait, can I do this one now? Oh, I'm making it topsy-turvy. I'm making it weird. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, Juice. You legend. Oh, that is beautiful. Yay! Okay, we're getting there. Now make the bridge stilt house to the castle. Okay. Bear with. It's stairs. It starts with stairs. And then maybe we do that. Why is it going crazy like that? Oh my god. Oh. Right now this is kind of like a slightly sinister looking bridge. But we'll get there. Ah, wonderful. It's so thick now. Oh, now I want to make it bendy. I don't know how to control the bendiness though. I kind of want a curve in it now. But I don't know how I did that. Now we're just doing anything. Now we're going crazy. I didn't mean to do that. Now I just kind of want to adjust my house. The stilty house. Kind of want to make it intersect. Hey, there we go. I know I'm making it weird. I'm not making it too weird for you guys, am I? I definitely have to play this game, see? That archway looks a bit weird. It's mildly distressing archway. I'm not gonna lie. I might be making it slightly more distressing. Ooh, angles. Okay. Why do I love that so much? Oh, that's so weird. I like it. Take away the stilt. No, just the stilt. No! We might have to just accept that this house has extra legs. Oh. I haven't cycled through these before. Oh, I was just letting them land as they be. The little flowers are cute, but I like the hanging laundry. The hanging laundry is cuter, I think. More windows. And then like one of those cute little ones up here. Pretty. And then different roof. Definitely different roof. Even though the birds are already enjoying it. Doesn't mind. So do we want the roof to be pointy? And then... How did I adjust the roof before? Oh! What the f... What? Oh, that's so weird. But how did I do that? I don't know how to return it to the way it was. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright. So how to make this roof curvy? Like, the other ones were so easy to curve. this how they built the pyramids? There are some pyramid mysteries that I really, really like, but I don't think that they were made by aliens. I've decided we can call off that silly little nonsense now. Because, first of all, if they could fly here from another planet, which is quite the feat, by the way, the pyramids are pretty cool, but they're a bit rough for that to be made by aliens, to be quite honest with you. There is some weird technology there, but, like, I think it's human. I think that our timeline of how we developed and how quickly we developed certain things is a bit skew and that maybe some things were generated quite early, but war and idiocy meant that we just keep erasing little discoveries and having to rediscover them again. Because there were practice pyramids. I don't think the aliens would have had to practice making pyramids. There are shitty pyramids that are, like, more and more poorly built the further back in time you go. So that kind of says to me that it was a technological development and not a something that aliens swooped in and did for us. Different aliens. Okay. If you really want to believe it's aliens, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not. But, like, I'm gonna take some more convincing, honestly. I'm just gonna lay it out there. I love you, you bitch. I wish I could add, like, a mill. Like a mill house. What's that? Why did it add a door there? That's so... What? That's a bit much even for me. I like that. Yeah, give me some of those vegetables. I like it. There we go, nice and even. Nah, that's just cheeky. Too much. I'll do that for now, because I'm getting bored. But this is my little built-in village. It's starting to happen. I think by the end of it, it's going to look very fucking strange. Oh, it needs a chimney, though, before I go. Thanks, Nechamancer. I appreciate it, hun. Let's put that there. Because it looks picturesque, don't you think? It's starting to look cute. It's getting there. I don't like that I'm perving on it through the bushes, though. So let's remove some of these bushes. I don't want to creep on it. Okay. So this is where we're at so far. Cute. It'll get there. It's coming along. Why lie? Wow. You roasting me in a game where you can't fail? Have you tried Kingdom Come Deliverance? No. That name is very sinister though. What you do in it? Is it fun? I am playing Tiny Glade. It's very relaxing. Maybe I'll do an ASMR version of this. It's like, welcome to my tiny little village, where nothing happens and the ducks can just enjoy everything all to themselves. bitch. And there are all these little sheep who wander in and fuck with my village and shit everywhere, but we're going to ignore that, because sometimes they wear birds as hats. I think that's quite a redeeming quality, if you ask me. I do think the street is coming along nicely. It's quite pokey and little bushes in the way, though. But yeah, what do you think of Tiny Glade? I like that you don't have to remember to save. You can just exit the whole game and just quit. Because it doesn't forget where you were. So there's no stress. I like that. It's a very stress-free game. It's a very calming game. Definitely very comfy game. Definitely strives at that. Yeah, I think so. What was that narration? That was nice. I guess that is a setting I have. Like if you dial down like my angst and my neuroticism a little bit, then I suppose I'd sound like that all the time. But I don't. You can make multiple villages too with different saves. I thought you said with different slaves there. I was like, fuck. This game is going to take a turn at some point in the story. Haven't got to that part yet. But you know what? That does track for a medieval village. Not gonna lie, there probably was. Wow, I like your eyes. Thank you. I like them too. They're very, very useful. You know, I think I might struggle a little bit without them. I'd probably get used to it eventually, but I'm quite happy that they're there. Wow, the slave progression system must be intense. I mean, I don't think there's a gentle little smidgen of slavery. I don't think there's a relaxing, cozy dose of slavery. So I think it's going to be like an intense progression no matter what. No matter what game we're playing. If you like homemaking in Palia, I can definitely see why you like this game. Yeah, I like virtual homemaking. I'm not really good at it in person, though. I think if someone said to me, here you go, I'm sleeping with you now, so you don't have to work. You can just stay home and do the housework. I'd be like, did I die? Is this hell? I'm pretty sure this is hell, isn't it? You mean I get to watch The Washing Machine and Desperate Housewives? That's it? That's my life now? Shit. That's hell? I would love that. Yeah, I would get bored very quickly. And usually my boredom manifests as like nice things, like starting a charity fund or rescuing some animals, hand rearing some cute little baby birds. If you give me absolutely fucking nothing to work with, it will very quickly discern into, like, I don't know, arson and chaos, I suppose. Like, if I can't indulge the best of myself, I might get some character development. Burn to the ground. Yeah, like I'm not good at being cooped up. I don't like the idea of being cooped up. I think it's because I was home educated. Home educated. So and that entirely entailed of staying at home with no friends and nothing to do, and four channels that didn't really have good signal on the TV and nothing else. And it wasn't like the TV you have now where you like open a menu and you can see what's coming up for the next few hours on every single channel. Like you would never know what you were turning the channel to. You would need to go and buy a guide, a paper guide that would predict what was going to happen on the TV. And I had four channels. Four! And like the third channel, you had to like turn the dial a bit because it was a bit fuzzy. Oh yeah, fuck. Old school TV times. Exactly. Maddening. Maddening to have just that and a blank wall to work with. So I drew a lot of very dark things as a child. I drew a lot of people getting devoured. That was concerning. Luckily, I didn't have very, like, helicopter parents or nothing. Like, I used to walk up to people and go, "Here's a picture of you being eaten by a Komodo dragon and then set on fire." And, like, I would be, like, smiling with pigtails, like and, they'd, like, look at me like, "What the fuck?" And then look at the picture and be like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "This is kinda good, but what the fuck?" And then they'd turn to my parents and be like my parent and be like, "What the fuck?" And they'd be like, "Ah, yeah, that's just Anita." "Oh, look, she really captured your eyes and your blood." And that would be it. There would be nothing that there would be no, like, therapist told about any of this or anything like that, right? So, I got very, very, very bored. And when you've got nothing but science books and, like, very, like, grown-up learning books to work with, it changes you a little bit. You learn about the world a bit too soon. So I got a bit angry about the world, started writing to my MP, accidentally set fire to a McDonald's, and then ended up aspiring to be a mad scientist or an assassin. Doing lots of artwork. Then I discovered computer games. That was probably what saved the world, if I'm quite honest with you, because the mad scientist was winning. That was going to be my future for a bit. The men would be so pregnant right now if it wasn't for Crash Bandicoot. Because then I discovered games and I could while away hours and hours and hours and hours. That was very good. Crash, you destroyed my life! Hey, have we got a seahorse friend? Have we got volunteer? A sacrifice? Because you never know. I might go back into education. I might go get that degree. You just hang tight, sweetheart. Stay fertile. You played some Crash, but Spyro was the Oh, yeah, Jam. I loved Spyro the Dragon. I liked collecting all the gems. Weirdly, that did prep me for my first actual job because the only person who was insane enough to hire me was myself, and I ended up collecting sea glass for a living. And if you've played Zelda, where you go and like slice bushes and just pick up rupees, or if you've played Spyro, where you just zoom around hoovering up bits of shiny little gems. That was my entire vocation for a while. I used to go to the beach, collect a bunch of sea glass, sell it to Americans, because Americans don't have very many beaches. Oi, I can see your cleavage. Nice girl. Are you attempting to sound British? Are you like you sound British? How do I pick up women in British? Was that the attempt? Was that the thinking? Wait, we have 2 coasts in the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, but, like, most of you don't. Most of you are inland and don't know what the fuck sea glass is. So when you see, like, a 500-year-old piece of trash, you're like, "Ooh, shiny," and then you pay me an unreasonable amount of money for it. And that's how I paid rent. Because sea glass doesn't care if you call it a cockwench or a bitch, you know? It doesn't care if you offer to fist its grandma. It doesn't care. So I could take as much of it home as I liked, which you couldn't say about people at the time. This was pre-diagnosis, so I did need to find things to do for a living which I could swear at. And the beach is definitely one of them. If you walk around bending down at the pebbles, going, "Fuck you, cockmunch," people give you space and you get money. Rogue, thank you so much. I appreciate the bits. Bitch! The Sea of Kansas. Wait, is Kansas an actual real place? I thought it was just like a made up place from The Wizard of Oz. It's real. Does it have tornadoes and witches? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it was like a little bit of a documentary. The tornadoes definitely. I can't tell if you're trolling because, like, some places genuinely do get the swirly wind. Like, that's a thing that happens in some places. Tornadoes, yes. Witches, maybe. Ah, maybe I'll have to give it a go. What do they eat in Kansas? We get giant dust raids. Wait, you're at oh, in Oz. I was like, wait, we actually have a Kansan? I was like, I didn't even know it's a real place and there's people in here watching me from there? That's funny. But no, we have an Australian, which arguably is better. I feel like as someone with Tourette's, I'm quite fluent in Australian. Uh-uh. What is your work? I don't know if you know this, Asim, but if you ask someone on stage or performing or like a content creator, you're like, so what's your real job? What's your day job? That is a roast. That is actually a roast. But the truth is, I don't know how I got here, but I kind of just exist for a living. Anything you sub while I'm doing means that I've done that professionally. So the list is getting quite long. It's getting too long for the CV. When I finally do have to apply for a new job, when you like cancel me, get bored of me, whatever, I I will have like I have professionally pooped because people have literally I have pooped professionally. I have had to take a poop break during a stream and I've heard it distantly pling and I've been like, huh, I just got paid for this. That's kind of cool. Um, but I have also professionally bunny wrangled. I have professionally swore at strangers and pensioners. I have professionally thrown pens at people. I'm very good at throwing pens at people. Bitch, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I've been a talk show host. I have presented awards. I have, I don't know what the job is when you enjoy makeup and go, by the way, this is the makeup, and other people buy the makeup. But I'm also one of those. Um, what else have I done professionally? I professionally jump fences. There's a long list of activities that include that, and I'm gonna guess you're either a farmer or a burglar. Maybe both. I mean, people have a side hustle these days. Maybe you're a farmer on the side. Who said it was professional? You? Well, yes, and also just everyone. Like, uh, people who just sleep around, people call them sluts. But the minute that you start charging money, you're a pro. So, by that definition, I'm a professional at a lot of things because you guys are weird. I'm also a professional juggler, professional gamer, competitive gamer, professional competitive gamer. Isn't that crazy? You got Daily Dose of Internet to do a face reveal. That voice and that person do not match. For some reason, everyone thought that he was Asian. He gets that a lot. Have you ever seen a rock hopper penguin? Not in person, but I have kept quite a few in a virtual zoo. And by that metric, good people. Yeah, good sense of humor. I'm a professional couch warmer too, as I'm unemployed. Nice. Wait, has anyone paid you to warm the couch though? There are some weird jobs you can get now. People are just like desperate and horny, so you can get paid to do a lot of strange things. There's a lady who just pre-chews people's food and just spits it into a Ziploc container and posts it. Because there are men who are just horny for pre-chewed food. Armpit sniffer is a job. For who? Are there like celebrities who like smell me? I know there isn't actually. You know why? Because I just listened to a housemaid person who was like, "Yeah, we're dehumanized and treated as invisible, and we get up and close to these people, and they stink. Whenever they sell perfume and they say this will make you smell like old money, no, it fucking won't. Old money smells like bad bo and boundaries, no boundaries. It smells like somebody who's not had anyone around them dare to tell them they stink in quite a while. Quite a lot of wealthy people do not wash. No, Anita, stop stealing our innocence. You're on the internet and you still have innocence. How the fuck does that work? What kind of child lock are you operating on? Because it shouldn't let you in here. What? Also, I don't really understand what innocence is supposed to be. Maybe this is just a sign that I had a terrible childhood. But what the fuck is innocence except just a lack of knowledge? And that's weird how we romanticize that someone is pure when they are ultimately at their dumbest and most vulnerable. Like, isn't that the whole story of like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden? Is that the apples meant to represent knowledge? Because obviously, I don't think any of the gods give a fuck if you eat apples. But like, apparently, as soon as you knew too much, it's like, nah, I'm going to abandon you. Like, you can be a feral human now and just scrape by in the wilderness. And oh, here's the gift of childbirth. Um, and like that was all the punishment for like knowing stuff, and that knowing stuff is bad, right? And the children are great and awesome and pure and sweet and lovely and innocent until they know stuff. And then all of a sudden they aren't anymore. I've never really understood that, but I've never really felt innocent. So there was never a point where I was like, my innocence, it's gone. Like I just felt like I gradually knew more, and every time it just felt like an upgrade. I was like, at what point am I supposed to feel sad? At what point am I supposed to feel like I lost something? Wait, what is that? Okay, let me rephrase. Knowledge is power until it's icky. Well, all knowledge has like a bitter aftertaste. I feel like that's just how it is, you know? But that doesn't mean it's negative. I mean, lemons are pretty bitter, but I like lemon cheesecake. And knowledge is a bit like lemon cheesecake to me. Some people are not fond of the bitterness of the after edge, but I'm fine with it. It just adds to the flavor. No single person is innocent in all ways. It's weird that innocent has so many meanings, though, because to some people it means just like childishly dumb, and to other people it means having done no wrong. I was joking. I'm a dirty, dirty gooner, and you should go stand in the corner and think about that. With your hands on your head, not in your pockets. We know what you'll do. The old stand in the corner. Yeah, I don't know if developmentally it's actually a good thing to go and stand in the corner. Like to tell your kid to stand in the naughty corner and think what they did. Because to be honest with you, I've met boomers who grew up having to stand in the naughty corner, and they're messed up and don't know right from wrong. I don't think that one works. I think we should go back to the drawing board when it comes to, like, teaching kids shit. Clearly, the corner of the room does not have any, like, character building qualities. Use a belt. Well, the thing with the belt is it teaches kids that the most violent person gets their way and everyone else has to just shut up and agree with them, which I don't think really turns out well for them as adults. What do you think would build character? Uh, Giving kids a chance to have adventures. Teach them martial arts or some sort of physical activity. Like, give them a club like basketball or something, right? Something physical. Give them an instrument for their brain development. Let them pick the instrument. If they get bored of it, they have to pick a different instrument. And that will help with their brain development. And then put them in a social setting where they spend time with children. And then put them in another setting where they spend time with adults. So, like, a family barbecue or whatever, weekly or something, I don't know. Something where lots of adult people interact with them and they learn adult social skills alongside the children's social skills, so that they get a nice mixture of the 2. And maybe give them a knife. That does sound weird and concerning, and don't worry, I'm not a parent, so you can take this you don't have to worry about me actually doing this, but I've seen countries where children are given knives at school at a very young age to be responsible with, and they're great with them, and they don't hurt themselves, and they're actually very responsible, which is surprising because children of the same age in like America or the UK would definitely end up with a few extra holes or giving someone else a few extra holes. So it's kind of weird, but like children can be trusted to be wise and capable as long as they're put in a situation where they can be wise and capable. So weirdly, yes, there are countries where, like European countries, where you have access to a knife, like a sharp one. How about actually talk to them and educate them on why the world works the way that it does, instead of just saying, "'Cause I said so." But I agree with you, David, but I don't think that every single person who goes, "'Cause I said so," is just annoyed with their children all the time and hates them. I think that sometimes it's difficult to care for yourself, earn a living, come home, wipe a kid's face, to make sure they don't burn themselves on the stove, watch them 24/7, feed them, entertain them, and teach them. Like, that's a lot of roles. To be someone's maid, entertainer, teacher, like, lifeguard, just like all the roles you are as a parent, essentially. And you have to be basically Alexa and know the answer to every single question ever and immediately impart that knowledge in the perfect way for it to be absorbed for a child who doesn't really understand everything and doesn't have a grasp of the entire English language or how anything works yet. That is like a really, really annoyingly difficult thing to do. What if you haven't slept properly because the kid pissed themselves and you had to get up in the middle of the night, wash their sheets, and then when you finally went to bed, you got to sleep for an hour before you had to go to work, and now you come back and it's like, how do clouds work? Why do I have to go to bed at this time? But why? But why? But why? At some point, you are going to run out of answers and energy and the will to give 2 fucks. So I think like that's probably more to do with it than just bad parenting as a whole. I think it takes a village to raise a child, and we've made the average woman a village, a free, unpaid village. And I think in that situation, yeah, people get tired. Coffee and Red Bull. Yeah, but then you only get to guide them for a small percentage of the childhood before your heart gives out. Like, maybe you'll speed up and you'll do more tasks temporarily, but they will have to bury you. Nobody's taught to be a parent. It's cliche, but it's true. And maybe we should teach people how to parent. Maybe we should teach them things like what trauma looks like and how to bond and what's healthy and what's not healthy, and teach people about like parental wounds and stuff. And it's like, if you don't really care, it will still save you money to go along with it because you won't have to pay for your kids' therapy later. Seems like the most important classes to have. Yeah, I do feel like maybe we should incentivize it, teaching people these things. Like maybe anyone can have a kid, But if you take the course before you have a kid, you get tax breaks as a parent. It's like how people incentivize to take driver's education courses before getting their license, and if you take it, you can get lower insurance rates here. That's really smart. I like that. I'm glad I'm only an uncle. I can give the kids back to my sister. I was about to wonder if I was an uncle. I was like, wait, am I an uncle? No, thankfully, I'm not an uncle. I don't have any siblings. Mum said, I don't make the same mistake twice. And so I never had to share anything growing up, and that probably was a bad thing, but it didn't feel like it at a time. You'd make an amazing uncle, though. I'd just swear at the kids. I love you. Whee! The parents wouldn't be happy, but you'd be the kid's favorite. Maybe. Who knows? I'll never find out. Although, my dad did get someone pregnant, funnily enough. And then she broke up with him and disappeared and told him that she had a termination, but she was very far along. So I've always had my sneaking suspicions that she just absconded with her child and was like, oh, I don't think I want you to be in this kid's life. Because so that maybe I have a half brother out there somewhere. You never know. Too bad I don't know him because maybe I would swear at him too. Wouldn't it be weird if they had Tourette's as well? Who decides what good parenting is? Your kids. Your kids decide. They're the judge. We all grow up knowing what parent a parent is like, so saying people are shit at parenting because it's their first time as an excuse isn't good. I don't know, I think it's easier to be a good parent if you had a good parent when you were growing up, because you can pass down the things that went well. Whereas if you had a bad parent growing up, you end up just trying to pass on the things that were the least terrible, which seldom goes well. Good parenting equals kids who grow up to be emotionally balanced and respectable people. I don't know if that's the case. I don't actually think that it comes from, I wish I could agree with you, but like, I don't think parents decide who we are. And like, whenever someone goes in and goes, I blame the parents, or goes, yeah, a good sign of good parenting is when your child grows up to be a good person. Press one if you are not what your parents expected in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you have a habit, a belief system, a lifestyle, a vocation that they would rather you didn't. Maybe you're the wrong gender for them. Yeah, I kind of feel like whenever I ask this question, there is a sea of ones. I never see anybody in all serious who isn't joking press two and go, actually, I'm everything that my parents hoped for and more. I am the perfect child, always have been, made every decision they were hoping I would make. Exactly. And I think that you can have a good parent and still turn out the way that you designed. I think that parents, good parents, keep you alive, keep you protected, keep you safe, keep you loved, and they discover who you're going to be with you because they don't get to decide. Like, you can teach your kid everything about your religion and they might grow up to be a different religion. or atheist, and there would have been nothing you could do about it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because a child isn't raised by parents. Like, they go and they see TV, they see adverts, they go to school, they meet other adults, they go around other people's houses, they're exposed to a bunch of shit that you just cannot fucking control, no matter what you do. I mean, I when was the first time you saw porn? Probably as a child, in a situation your parents could not have avoided. And probably long before they even thought about talking about the birds and bees. So, I don't think that parents do get to decide who their kids are. I think you could be a wonderful parent and still raise a serial killer. I do. I genuinely do. I don't think you have to have a troubled past to be a lump of shit. Great point on letting the kid decide who they want to be. I have so many friends who push their kids into sports that the kid is not interested in and get frustrated when the kid isn't a superstar. Yeah, unfortunate. I think it's important to find a way to keep your kid active, but their enjoyment is a decider of their success. That's why education and a solid raise is essential. A solid raise? Are you giving your kids raises? I didn't get an allowance as a kid. Do you know of any incidents where this happened? A well raised child becoming a serial killer? So, it may surprise you to know that I don't know the childhood background of every serial killer ever, funnily enough. But I have met people who came from very balanced, calm, happy backgrounds where you're like, "Who hurt you?" And they're like, "Literally no one. I've had a great childhood. Why?" And I'm like, "No reason." Giving them a bombastic side eye because they're a bit of a cunt, right? So I'm like, I've met terrible people who are selfish, self-absorbed, asking too much of the people around them, being a bit weird. I feel like you have more knowledge on how to be a good parent than most actual parents. I think parenting just makes you very tired, and that it's very hard to be a stable source of anything, even for yourself, when you are sleep deprived and constantly being asked to perform at a higher level for somebody else than you've ever shown up for yourself in your entire life. And I think, like, logically, reasonably, a well rested person with a bunch of free time might be able to think about how they might impact their child. But on a minute to minute basis, when you're improvising every second on a lack of sleep, ever so rushed and ever so pressured, I think it's much harder to make the perfect decision consistently for 20 to 30 years. I think that's incredibly hard. And I think, like, a lot of people who are bad parents are probably good people who are just not good under stress, especially not sustained stress. Like, I'd like to say that socially I'm pretty good and I can make friends with people and hold a good conversation, but sleep deprived, I don't know anymore. It's hit or miss. And that's just one tiny aspect of the exhaustion of being a parent. So it's easy for people who are child free to judge a parent and be frustrated with parents for the choices that they make. But I am going to, what's the word, brevity? I don't know. I'm going to add a layer here of I've not been in that position, and I think I'd probably do worse than I'd imagine. Like, a lot of us, we hold ourselves in higher regard than we actually are realistically in person. A lot of us think we're smarter than we are, or a lot of us think that we're fairer or kinder than we are. And I think a lot of people with no kids think that they're better parents than they are. I think that's part of the reason why they have kids and be terrible parents. It's because you think you'd do better in this situation, but it's harder than you probably expected. So, yeah, I think a lot of parents do have the basic knowledge. and probably are decent people, but it's very, very hard to sustain good behavior under those certain circumstances. I'm sure you don't realize, but your shirt has a Baphomet head on it. Well, it's actually a symbol that has been used for many, many years by many cultures for many different reasons. I don't really prescribe to any of the more modern ones, to be honest with you. Lovely tune. This isn't a tick. No, like I can just actually whistle. In fact, it's how I avoid harassing children. You know, um, not to sound like I swear I genuinely am a YouTuber, but I still somehow manage to leave kids alone. And one of the ways that I do that, one of the ways I avoid swearing at people and having like tick outbursts at people is I whistle tunes because a lot of people with Tourette's don't tick when they make music. So whistling is like it would be a bit weird to like stroll through the streets going, the hills are alive with the sound of music. You know, that would be weird. But like you whistle a little tune, that's pretty casual. That's pretty you don't have to whip out a flute or a fucking cello, just be like celloing down the street to avoid offering a fisting to the wrong people. That's how I've stayed out of jail. It's how I've avoided assaulting people on a regular basis. I love you. Anita, why are some of your tics inappropriate? 'Cause it's just all random language, you know. Um, but there's an emotional aspect, like an emotional trigger to Tourette syndrome. So, unfortunately, the context of situations can trigger Tourette syndrome and can influence what tics happen. So, because you have more high emotion about avoiding things and avoiding being inappropriate, it's not surprising that a lot of them are inappropriate. But it's literally just word soup. Could be any tick, could be any word, could be cats, could be stroganoff, could be hedgehog, and it quite often is. Why would musical output suppress ticks? That's interesting. Engaging with animals suppresses ticks too. A lot of us report that if we're engaging with animals, we tick significantly less. And I definitely experienced that. It's one of the reasons why I have a bunny underfoot right now. Bitch! Yep, don't stutter either when singing. Yeah, strangely, there's some sort of overlap with the stutter and Tourette syndrome for some reason. I was diagnosed with Tourette's at about 8 or 9. Never really swearing though, mostly just physical and sounds. I trained myself to hide it mostly. Yeah, a lot of people find coping mechanisms. Mine were a little challenging. Went to university, didn't have a diagnosis, kept telling people I hoped they died. So I started pretending that it was just an ironic greeting. I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's just how we greet people. I'm just being an ironic, grungy teenager." And so people would walk back and be like, "Hope you die!" When, like, they'd see me in the hallway and be like, "Ah, hope you die!" Back to me, because I'd said it to them at one point. And so the teachers were always like, "Why does everyone fucking hate you? Are you okay? Do you need us to step in, make an announcement of some kind?" Because they'd stop me and be like, "Ah, Anita, need to speak to you." And I'd stop and speak to them. And like 7 students would pass by, like, "Hope you die, Anita! Hope you die. You know, hope you die." I'm like, uh, uh. That's one way to do it. Yeah, it gets less and less explainable, the behavior, until you just backed into a corner and you're like, "I'm just weird. I'm very sorry. I don't know why I'm such a bitch. Anyway, carry on." But I bet I couldn't go to lectures. Couldn't explain why. I was whistling over the lectures. That I can imagine it's hard to explain when you didn't even have a diagnosis at the time. Yeah, I was bullied about it so much that it began to become my defense coping mechanism. So after years of effort, redirected it to my fingers, toes, tongues, and just tried to hide it. See, I did try to hide it. It was worse than not trying to hide it, to be honest with you. And I'll be honest, like there's a surprising amount of people who really enjoy being sworn at. It is now my job to swear at people. A lot of so I have a cameo, so people will pay a set fee and ask me just to respond to them in some sort of way. So, for example, someone will be like, "It's my birthday. Could you wish me a happy birthday? Could you tell my friend off about liking his shoes? His shoes are shit, or whatever." 99% of the time, a lot of people ask to be roasted. They're like, "I'm a lazy bitch and I have not been getting on with my life. Could you please roast me so I can feel motivated to get off my couch and do stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll swear at you, mate. I'm good at that. It's a passive of mine, actually." Hey! Cock munch, cock munch, cock munch, cock munch. True, I'm scared of confrontation. I should be more scared of confrontation than I am, and it puts me in a lot of really weird situations. Can you be little me? I'm already a little version of myself. I'm kind of busy. Uh, that slot is taken. I don't want to be little you as well. I'm 5'2". I'm already being little me. Just showing some love. Thanks, Junebug. Getting in from work to relax finally. Looking gorgeous, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. What's the most complex piece you can whistle? Uh, my brain is trying to repertoire, but it's also trying to find a song. I wish I. So I only know snippets when I try to remember. What is the most complex song I know? It's probably. I don't know though. Pete didn't like that. He doesn't like when I whistle. Yeah, he hopped away. He was under my foot getting stroked. He's wandering around like, "What the fuck is going on? Why are you doing that?" Uh-uh. I love you. I love you. You simp. Fuck off. Are you gonna play any games? No, I'm just hanging out with you. I'm just chilling. I already played a game. I played a little bit of the buildy game. When I'm around people with Tourette's, mine gets triggered more and more. Do you have that too? I see someone on Twitch and my body has to respond, apparently. Yeah, I do find it really exhausting and triggering. So I've gone through a lot of stress in my life and I'm trying to reduce it because it's had a terrible impact on my body. So I do find being triggered quite stressful. And that means that I don't really like watching my own content back. That's a huge challenge about making content for me, is I find it very unpleasant and uncomfortable to watch myself because I trigger myself and it's like a cascading effect. It makes me worse and worse and worse. Uh-uh. And then on the other hand, like, watching other people with Tourette syndrome does the same thing to me, so it's a little bit tiring. I didn't know you could trigger yourself. Yeah, I trigger myself more than other people trigger me, to be honest with you. Watching my own clips is hard. I hate it. Like, I have an assistant who helps me with things, and sometimes he just ambushes me. He'll be like, "You, what do you think of this?" And he'll just scroll through all of my clips for me to approve for the ones that I might like repost somewhere. And I'm like, ah, fine. And I'll knuckle down. Because if I think, oh, I've got to look through bits and clips on social media, I will put it off for weeks, weeks, weeks. And then before I know it, it'll be a month since I posted. So I kind of have to be ambushed with it when I'm not expecting it and not thinking about it. Otherwise, I can't bring myself to do it. It's great. Wait! Is it only because of the Tourette's? Yeah, pretty much. I don't think I'd have so much of a problem with that otherwise, but it is awkward and uncomfortable. I don't like it. I feel like ticks hate silence. No, I feel like when I'm listening to something, I try to suppress it more often because I want to hear the end. Suppressing is uncomfortable, so I don't usually suppress, but if I'm trying to hear and listen to something or pay attention to something, I feel one bubbling up, I will be more likely to try and hold it in. So, yeah, ticks probably do happen a bit more in silence and gaps, but that's because I feel less pressure to try and hold it. But yeah, it seems like you're running out of questions about Tourette's, which is fine with me. I answer a lot of questions about Tourette's. I do find it weird though that like the Tourette's questions come in waves. Like there'll be loads of people who don't ask anything about it for like hours, and then all of a sudden there'll be like 6 or 7 questions in a row. How's your pets? Fine. Pete is coming over for love again, despite the whistling. He's repositioned himself for love. This is usually around the time that I hang up on you guys and I get on with my life. And straight after the stream is when Pete is the most needy. He's quite opportunistic. He understands the routine. So he knows that if I sit and just face the wall and talk at the wall for about 3 hours, that he's probably about to get a lot of love and attention. It's the first thing I do because I'm his only friend. Other bunnies get on with other bunnies. Pete does not get on with anybody. He hates everybody. So the only person he'll let love him is me. That means I have a responsibility to make sure he feels like he's got some contact, some interaction every day. Sometimes we play ball, sometimes I just sit with him and stroke him. Sometimes he comes and grooms me, like he cleans my trousers and things like this. Um, but we just have some Pete time. So it's a priority of mine. Also, I think one of my cockroaches has passed away. So I have to go rummaging through all the cocktopias to find who has passed, and then I will put them in the memorial garden where they can fertilize the roses. Do you have an ASMR channel? I don't. Do you think I should? I don't know. Like, I feel like my whole life as a woman is trying not to let the Gooners taint things for me. And I do feel like Gooners do taint the whole ASMR community for everyone else. Because when someone says, yeah, I do ASMR, a lot of people just picture them, I don't know, putting cream cheese on their toes and like jangling some fucking wind chimes with them. And being like, oh, in the microphone. And it's like, I'm totally not doing this as sexual content, by the way. But like the truth is that a lot of them are actually genuinely providing like an auditory service that isn't sexual and is for people who like listening to it while they fall asleep or who find it calming while they're trying to get on with work. And it like gives them this sensation, this fizzy sensation along their spine, like it makes the hair on the back of their back on their backs like stand up, and they feel all like ooh, and that's not like a sexual experience for them, but it is positive, and they utilize it in a positive way. So I do think there is like a non-sexual space for ASMR. It's just mischaractered. And I get that a lot anyway. When people ask me what I do and I go, oh yeah, I'm a streamer, people for some reason just assume I do adult content. And so they treat me like they think they should treat someone who produces adult content. And I just find that very weird and uncomfortable. And I think that you'd get a lot of that with ASMR as well. So I'd be doubling up on the weird, dodge goon aspect of just woman existence. Fetch. Also, I think it might be a little bit challenging. Many, many takes. Because there will be many jump scares for me as someone who does ASMR. And I do think that people would find that funny initially, but I don't think people would listen to it in earnest. I think people would like skip through a few videos and go, ha ha, have you seen this? That girl with Tourette's is trying to do ASMR. How stupid. Ha ha ha. And then the joke will get old really quickly. And nobody who's genuinely into ASMR is going to want to be interrupted with a bitch, cunt all the time. So I don't think I'm very well suited to it, unfortunately. I mean, people watch 24 hours of silence broken by random noises unironically. I bet that's an entire YouTube title somewhere. But yeah, I'm sure they do. But I don't know if enough of them would do for it to be like a good move, personally. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating the audience. It'd be really epic at voice acting. I don't know if I would. I mean, I could change my voice, but I don't know if I'm any good at acting, to be honest with you. But thank you. I appreciate the faith in me. Have you ever eaten lipstick? Well, I've never like yomped it. But I feel like you do consume the lipstick that you apply. So you gotta read the ingredients, because some of the ingredients are spooky and will give you crazy conditions. Eventually. With enough of it. like how the oh, is it trying to center on like Pete's girlfriend? That was an interesting experiment. He was like, "I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you," and now he just ignores her completely. So like this might be a good time to give the toy to Halva to generate a little bit of like jealousy. Because like when I put Oscar and Halva in the garden, I have to put them in a pen because they could scurry off and I wouldn't be able to save them both if a dog ran into the garden or whatever, right? So I keep them in a pen to enjoy the sun. And sometimes I follow Pete around because Pete can be trusted. I can run him and just let him free roam and I just follow him about because he's good like that, right? And so he likes showing off in front of Halva and then Oscar gets jealous and Pete will like be aggressive towards Oscar through the bars and be like, "Hey," and start binking to show off to Halva. Be like, "Hey," and then be like, "Fuck you, stupid guy! I hate you! I hate you!" And then be like, "So, what are you doing later?" You know? And she's like, "Ee hee hee," and she's like into it. And she sniffs him and tries to lick him through the bars. And Oscar's like, "What the fuck?" So maybe I should give Pete's girlfriend to Oscar and Halva, so Halva can sniff it and go, "Ooh, it's that guy. I wonder what he's up to." Why are you trying to make your rabbits jealous? Oh, I'm not. I just think it's really important for Pete to know that other bunnies exist and to interact with them in a safe way that doesn't involve a throat slitting like last time. So basically, this him interacting with them through the bars is the only time he's ever going to interact with another bunny. So he needs a little dose of that every now and again. It does make him happy. It is enrichment. What's Pete up to lately? Oh, he just destroys stuff. Luckily, I give him boxes and things he's permitted to destroy. He like rabbits are weirdly racist. They do seem to prefer ones that are like slightly similar to themselves. So like lion heads tend to prefer other lion heads, and short hairs tend to prefer other short hairs, and things like this. So it's not surprising that Halfa is a little bit attracted to Pete. Do you tick while performing backflips? I don't know. That seems like a huge gamble spine wise. Spinal gambles are not my gig. Okay? Also, I just got too much boob to backflip. My center of gravity is so skew since puberty. Can you do a backflip right now? What is your obsession? Like I said, not into spinal gambling. But no, I used to be capable of it when I was like 9. No, I would have been younger than like 7, but like not now. You can do a backflip right now. You can try. Listen, I saw a streamer attempt a backflip who didn't know how to do a backflip, but was drunk enough to assume that they could do a backflip, and they winded the shit out of themselves, and it looked incredibly destructive and painful. And I don't think I'll be redoing that. I don't think we'll be replicating that. I'm sorry. But also, yes, I'm a little bit top heavy. The badonkadonks said no. Wait, the honka-honks? The quackities? I don't know what you call them these days. The flippity jibbers? Can we watch the clip of Aisho Speed backflipping onto the desk? Is he okay? Did he go to hospital? Yes. Can we? No, he was not okay. Am I allowed to show someone intentionally hurting themselves? I think that might get me banned, mate. I think the mod's just trying to score a day off. I think the Twitch might send me on holiday for that one. It's fine. Okay, I'm putting so much trust in the mods that this is an acceptable thing to show you all. Hang on. No, you just get a little bit more energy than sense. Sometimes you just binky. You just go, woo! And you just gotta run it out, jump it out, backflip it out, whatever it is. You know? Wait, literally. Yeah, sometimes I just bink. Sometimes I'm just like, whoa! And I just have a little bit of a zoomie. I think you just got the zoomies. Hey! See, that's why we don't backflip on stream. Well, I can see why there are some people genuinely trying to coax streamers into it now. I can see the appeal in an evil way. Don't do that, but I now have clocked what people are doing. They're clip farming. They're like, yeah, ha 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 ha. Bitch! I'm pretty sure his girlfriend broke up with him after that. Imagine getting the ick from a backflip. I don't know if that's true. But imagine telling your life story to someone, and that's what my girlfriend left me. I mean, that's the mildest reason to get dumped I've ever heard. On the score of things. You could land really badly. Yeah, it's true. Too many failed backflips. I don't know, if I had a partner who backflipped a lot, there is a part of me that might think, you know what, I'm too young to become a carer. And I feel like that's what I'm gambling here if I stay. I can't get over that one woman who got the ick from her man getting in a car crash and raffling. What's raffling? What is that? I'm scared because it could be some silly little thing like 6'7". I wouldn't be surprised if that was called raffling, but it also sounds like something you would look up on Urban Dictionary as well. So I'm not sure how bad the crime is for the ick to have happened. Can we watch that clips next? You guys seem very enthused by the thing you seem to be most excited about is a man getting rejected for something. Is this an entertainment for you? Shall I just dump a few people a week on stream? Is this a content idea? Did you take the mRNA vaccine? Listen, Dr. Twitch, I've had enough of these invasive questions, okay? Next. What is it with you guys? Yes. Are you sexually active? When was the last time you were sexually active? Did you use protection? How many partners have you had? Do you have any other health conditions? How did your surgery go? Are you healing nicely? Can we see the scars? Are you updated on your vaccines? I love when we get to the point in a stream, maybe it's the time to yeet, when we start getting, medically invasive. Because, I know you guys struggle to hold a conversation. I know you don't hold a lot of conversations, especially not with women in your day-to-day. But you do have phases. And there is definitely a trail-off where you go, so, did you have the chicken pox as a child? Have you ever had an ingrown hair? Do you have any mysterious rashes? Your makeup is so pretty. Thank you. I love that. I love that someone went, "This chat is mostly men. What did you expect?" And people are like, "Looking cute today. Love the makeup, hun." I've got a weird moon-shaped birthmark on my and slash scar on my hip. Cool to know. We are now all mutually capable of identifying your body. And I think that's a good thing to have, you know? If we ever see it appeal as like, in the remains of the single, luckily there was only one person who passed in the crash. We have yet to identify the body. The police are putting out an appeal. We have a strip of flesh with a moon-shaped birthmark on it. If anyone has any information, please let us know. There will be like 1,000 people calling in for you, buddy. So that was a smart move. How are you feeling? Are you recovering well? Yeah, it's going pretty well, actually. Pain has not gone away, though. Mildly concerned. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, I should let you go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being gentle with my cobblestones. I appreciate you. You're real ones for that. I'll see you again tomorrow. Don't know what we'll do. I want to raise some money for charity. I've been really eager to do that lately. I haven't done enough of that, and I really miss it. Let's do something fun. Yes, let's do it. Oh, I have a stream on Friday too. I have a sponsored stream on Friday, so hopefully I'll see you for that too. You have an amazing... Wait. Enjoy the stream and have a good life? Where the fuck are you going, bitch? I better see you again tomorrow, Raphael. On the dot. None of this have a nice life crap. You have a nice fucking night, bitch. Outro, please. If I see enough Keck W's in chat, I will play the outro. I'll do it. For a price. Pay up. Come on. Nah, more than that. You ain't getting the outro for that. Fuck that. That was just all juice. That doesn't count. That's it, yes. Keep it flowing. Make me look really funny. Now it's all B. How the fuck are you doing that? That's crazy. B is a bot. I didn't know people could spam like this. Holy shit. Fuck off, bitch. I am bitch. I'll see you a lot. I'll see you a lot, you bitch. I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine, fine, fine. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Reading about your dick and made out that it was kinda thick. No, sir, I would never do that. Then you're probably not to chat. Ever asked a woman to get off a chair and then complained that she's gotten fat? No, sir, I would never do that. Then you're probably not to chat. Have you ever donated $50 just to call a streamer a twat? Hey, sir, I think I've done that. Welcome to Twitch Chat, the wholesome place where you can stay, but we have more, so you better behave. Chat can be very nice and chill as long as you don't follow you through. So take it easy, remember that